Thank you. This is a little different crowd than the crowd I remember opening this up the last time, 52 years ago. There aren't any of you that were around, I think, at that time. But you know, the pool used to be down a block and a half from here, straight down from this area. And then when they came through at the highway to go to the Kennedy Bridge, they had to tear that out. And I was one of the fortunate ones to get to be the last one to swim in that pool. And the reason being, we had football practice, and one of our football players was a lifeguard. He happened to have a key to the swimming pool in September. The water was still in there, so we decided, let's go swim. I'll tell you what, it was so ice cold, you wouldn't believe it. You dive in and you wanted to get out of there as fast as you possibly could. So then to build this pool, I remember in 1963 being over where Walt Forney was the designer of this swimming pool, and he was showing it to us all the time. And I marveled at how beautiful the pool ended up being, because it was the nicest swimming pool in the region. And you know, after 52 years of ice and frost and everything, it really held up quite well, but it had to be either improved. We had about 3 choices, and the choices were build an indoor swimming pool, build a new outdoor swimming pool, or fix this one up. And we had a group, the Save the Pool group, who I really have to congratulate for going out and getting people interested in the pool, getting the council interested. And I especially have to thank Mark Olsted, who led the charge on the city council. And I know at times I'd come up there to the council meeting, and he'd be waiting in the hallway to make sure that I was going to vote yes for the swimming pool. He kept on all of us, so thank you, Mark, for heading it up for the council, and the rest of the council members for supporting it. But I remember also in 1987, when we had our 100th anniversary for the city, there were hundreds of kids that came here. They dressed up in different costumes. They had races, who could swim the fastest, or different type of diving and stuff. But it was a great celebration. And I got up this morning and I thought, uh-oh, we're in trouble. It was so black out, and I thought, boy, I bet you the Save the Pool group and whoever is involved in this is really nervous. And that's the one thing you can't control, and the thing that is scariest, whether you're going to have a picnic outside, a parade outside, or the opening of the pool. I'm sure if it was 80 degrees, we'd have a lot more kids here today. But in building this pool and redoing it, we had to go through a number of things. First of all, the Save the Pool group, like I say, getting it started, getting some donations. But then it had to come to the council, and the council had to decide how to pay. We were lucky enough to work with the Water and Light Commissioners, and they in return gave us money that we could use as a down payment, or the money to build it to get it started. And then after that, we had to go to the taxpayers, because we had to ask for a sales tax, for them to vote a sales tax in. And it just shows the good support in our community, because that vote was overwhelming in support of putting a sales tax on to build this pool. We haven't got that sales tax coming through yet, but it's going to come, and it'll end up paying for this pool. And I think when I first drove up here about a month ago, I was overwhelmed really on how much the colors, we might not have a lot of sun, it's trying to peek through, but the colors in here make this a very warming swimming pool. And the slide that was added, as you see, the thing they can climb up, and also the basketball, everything looks so nice. And I don't know that you could find a better swimming pool in the region than this one is today. And I think the good thing about it is families will be able to use it in the future. Let's hope another 50 years. And the other thing that I think is most important is the kids will have the ability to go out and learn to swim. And someday that could save a life or two, and we're very fortunate for that. So let's have a good time today, and thank everybody for this wonderful pool that we have.